Style takes too long. I can't fit anything. I have nothing in this closet. Oh, I'll just stay home. I need to purge my closet. Oh, but not that dress. Yo, Taylor here. If you ever thought to say one of these phrases, then this show is for you. Join me at the Style Table where we'll have candid and fun conversations about real women's style issues and wardrobe dilemmas. We will discuss solutions and ideas that will give you a big sigh of relief. You'll learn ways to save money, make money, and enrich the lives of others with the clothes in your closet. We're going to take the stress out of your style.
Yay! Yo, Taylor, how are you, yo?
I am fantastic and ready for the holiday travel season.
You know what? You are always ready to travel. It's so funny. Everybody is so happy to have you join us for the Yo Taylor, Yo on the Go at the Style Table show. As you know, Yo Taylor has been entertaining us and educating us for the past few weeks. She is the host of the At the Style Table show, and she invited me on today to co-host with her because she's talking about one of her favorite subjects, which is travel. Is that true?
It is. I retired as a flight attendant after 31 years
Wait a minute,
flying both
31 years in the air?
in the air and commuting to work for almost half of that time. I was sitting as a passenger just trying to get to work. So
I love
all
it.
the tips I'm giving everybody and sharing are really just about how to take the stress out of travel and looking good while doing it and navigating the airport and also taking advantages of all kinds of opportunities. The
I love
airport
that.
is a bastion of networking opportunities.
I love it. So, yo, this is exciting for me because obviously most of us have flown on an airplane or we've traveled, but to know that you've traveled globally, you've done it for over 30 years. I'm just imagining the stories you can tell. But I love the fact that you're going to use some of that expertise today and give us, you're going to drop some knowledge because you're going to help us understand. So, your whole goal in being a wardrobe strategist is to help people get the most out of their wardrobe and use it to the max. Whether you're helping people pull, purge, and profit from their wardrobe, you're helping them make sure everything fit. Today, your focus is going to be stress-free travel. So, how
Stress.
do we get started?
Okay, we're going to just jump right in and we're going to start from very first thing you're doing is gathering your. So I would suggest because it is winter time and everybody's traveling and we know that it's snowing, sleet, rain, all of that's going on outside of the airport where your luggage is going back and forth. I would recommend the hard side luggage.
So that's your
And
first tip if we're going to be traveling, because you know,
during this
I
time of
see
year,
deals.
especially, yeah.
I see deals all the time, and I often wonder soft side or hard side. And I always like the soft side because it seems like I can shove more in it. It's more forgiving. But you're saying hard side luggage right now.
During this time of year because it protects your investment. You've done all this shopping, you've bought all these fabulous clothes and fun shoes and all those things. So you want to protect your investment.
I love that.
So it's more durable. Now, if you have soft side luggage and you don't have time to go out and buy new luggage, just get a cover. Get those plastic suitcase covers, luggage covers. They come in all different sizes. You can get them for as cheap as $7.99. I've seen them
I
up to
love
like 120
those.
bucks. Cover and protect your investment. Cover and
Okay,
protect. Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I love the way you consider. I guess I never thought of my luggage as an investment. Now, I did take a lot of time buying it, and I made sure that all the pieces matched up so that I can look really sleek. But I never thought of it as an investment. Thank you for that, because it is an investment. And
Right.
I can just buy. I know one set of luggage I can't bought actually came with a plastic cover over it that had the name of the company. But
Right.
you're saying I can get that anywhere?
Yes, you can get those things all over the place. And you can start right now by going to our TV network at our marketplace and hit the shop button and go right away and go ahead and purchase items like that. We have
I love
everything.
that. I love that. Oh, so I'm loving it. Okay, so first of all, so I'm clear. If I've got hard side luggage, I want to use that. And if
Yeah.
I'm soft side luggage and don't have time, just go ahead and I might need to just quick order and have it delivered right to my house or run to a store, buying it online through our shopping network and have it delivered to the house or just quick grab the plastic covers for my luggage. Okay, next step.
Okay, next step. Now that you've taken care of all that, let's talk about your carry-on luggage because once you check that luggage, now your next thing you want to concentrate is your carry-on, which is very important. Your I would recommend the smaller 21-inch roller board if you're going to take a roller board,
Hmm.
the smaller one, not necessarily the one that's like 24 inches, because every plane is different. And you can start out with, during this time of year, the weather is crazy. So things happen. One minute you're on a 757, next minute there's weather or a mechanical or something, and that plane has to be changed out, and they may have to downsize to a smaller plane. So you need to have luggage that will fit because you were trying not to check your carry-on luggage as much as
Yes, I
possible.
am. I am trying not to check it.
And trust and believe, shout out to my airline peeps. Flight attendants are like physics wizards trying to make sure that they get those bags in the overhead bin and keep you from checking your any of your carry-on. But if they can't, just as a precaution, make sure you have that cover for that bag and make sure that you don't put medications in that bag as well.
Wow, that's okay. So, because to me, I feel like once I've checked what I want to check, and I'm boarding the plane, I'm like, look, I got my carry-on. What do you expect me to do? But that's interesting. And so, does because have been on a plane where I boarded fairly early, and they said, we're going to be checking everybody else's bag, and I thought, oh, bummer.
Right, right. And that could be you, especially if you're running late or if you're already scheduled to sit towards the back and you're saying, well, there should be space for my bag. They're just not. And I know that a lot of people have these fabulous designer bags. It's nothing more fabulous than seeing some glamorous woman walking through the airport with all her Louis Vuitton luggage, and it's so fabulous. But if that person is not seated in the first, like, I don't know, like 5 sections of boarding, because remember, they're boarding the people who need extra time. So it's people
Right.
with wheelchairs and children. So, there's 1,000 bags with the families that are pre boarding, military, and then they get to first class. Then they get to all the other sections. So if you're sitting in the towards the back or middle of the back of the plane, you have a 50-50 chance that they're going to check that bag. And even
Wow.
though you've invested all this money in the suitcase, they're invested in getting you safely to where you need to go on time.
Okay.
So they're going to have you check that bag. So have your bag cover ready,
Okay.
and you want to protect your investment. Your investment is not only the clothes, it's not only the suitcase, it is the clothes inside.
Yes, exactly.
It's the clothes
Exactly.
inside. And also, I want to go to your tote bag. Now, your tote bag should be, now some of us, I'm guilty. I have purses the size of tote bags.
Right.
But I
I do
would
too.
so if you want, I would just carry a tote bag, carry a small wallet or a small pouch where you can keep your passport. I would say a crossbody bag, personally.
I love a
Um,
crossbody bag because it gives me a free set of hands. And when I'm
exactly.
trying to navigate spinning luggage and everything else, I want that freedom.
Right. And if you get a small enough one, you can kind of like hide it under your coat and run on. No, no, lady, I don't have no, sir, I don't have 3 bags because your crossbody bag is
If
underneath your
so the
coat. They can't
crossbody
see
is
it.
gonna come. Well, I try to make it so I'm gonna shove something in, and they're
Yeah,
serious about that. I've heard them say, "If you have more than 1 bag, put stuff in other bags."
you
So
have to be able to consolidate. So check your purses, but keep a small wallet, something or a crossbody bag where you can keep your phone have your money and your travel documents handy,
Okay. Okay,
personally.
that's good.
Now, I would also make sure you pack extra mask in there. I would pack your snacks. I would also, if you're going someplace warm, pack a really flat pair of sandals, a
Okay.
bathing suit, and a little dress cover up. And you can get that in that tote. I did.
No, 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 and that's a good point because I will tell you, and I'll make this very quick. My husband and I, first time we ever flew to Honolulu in 2001, they lost our luggage. So, and we were there December 28th, which was our anniversary. And here we are, we land, we're in Honolulu, and our luggage wasn't coming until the next day. Now, we
Right.
didn't know it wasn't coming. They said it was on the next flight. Well, the next flight was the next
Wasn't.
day.
Right.
So here I am. I've got on boots with heels, full
Mm-hmm.
length jeans. We had nothing. If I had had the forethought to pack sandals, a
Mm-hmm.
swimsuit, cover up and something, we could have enjoyed the beach.
Because you can have that little dress. You can have that little dress in there, and you can go from the beach and then go straight to a restaurant where you can also eat or whatever. Because many times, if it's on the next flight, and not just because the airline's done something wrong, sometimes we're late
Yes.
getting to the airport, and you'll get to the check. You're like, I'm here to check my bag. And they said, well, we need at least an hour to make sure that your bag gets there, to
Wow.
make sure that your bag gets there. So if it doesn't, at least you have something to go right out and party. And again, take away the stress. You don't have to worry about it because guess what? In your tote bag, you have your laptop with all your chargers, take all your plugs, and almost
Oh,
all
you're
these airlines have outlets. Just make sure you have all your plugs, extra charger. I would also pack snacks because in the winter you have to de-ice and deplane, and you want to have something, especially if you are like diabetic or something, you need
that's a
to
good point.
have those nuts because with COVID, a lot of the airlines aren't serving.
No, they're not.
They're not. So you want to have something to keep you replenished and make sure that you have a bottle of water. But then that tote, you should be able to get everything in that tote that I'm telling you, and you
Oh, I
will
love
have a
it.
relaxing trip. Also, with that, I would also pack your jewelry. If you're going to look fabulous going through the airport
Okay.
and you have all this really cute costume jewelry, go ahead and just pack that in there first. So you're
Okay.
not standing through security like this,
No, you're right.
looking like an umpire as you're taking everything
And no, you're so
in,
right
in
because
security.
I
Right.
love my bracelets, and so I wanna look nice at the airport. I mean, I really do. I wanna look nice. You never know what could happen. I wanna look nice. And you're right. I got it. My husband's like, "Why did you wear that belt?" Well, I wanted to keep my pants up and it matches my outfit. And why did you wear those 3 bracelets? I'm trying to unhook those and that's a
Right.
good
Right.
point.
So just go ahead and pack those and put that in that tote bag.
Okay.
Now, we want to talk about some of the things you're going to wear when you go to the airport. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is just me. I the airport is like just a whole field of networking opportunities. Even from the time you're checking your bag in, you don't know who you're standing next to checking a bag. You're
Okay.
going to meet people, network. If you're that type of person who's friendly and upbeat and you want to network and you want an opportunity, you need to look like you want an opportunity. So you want to dress like somebody who's upbeat and ready to go. And one of those things to help you feel upbeat when you're traveling, especially on long flights, compression hose.
Oh
Compression
my
hose.
goodness.
Our flight attendants all we wear compression hose. They keep our legs energized. They keep us from getting blood clots. They keep us from feeling all swollen after the
Wow,
flight.
wait a minute. I always thought those were granny hose. So
No,
even under my slacks or with I'm gonna put on
yeah, under
compression
under
hose?
under my slacks. Whenever I'm traveling 8 hours or more, I wear my compression hose
Wow, and
because
that's just I can just purchase those anywhere?
yeah, you can on our go to RTV dot network and go to our marketplace and you can buy there's all
I
sorts of
am
stores
loving
where
it.
you get cash back because they can be kind of pricey but you'll keep them and you'll wash them and they'll be fine they're worth their value. You
Well, I
don't
love
get
it.
it
Well,
keeps
listen,
you
hold
from
on.
getting jet belly.
Hold on. I got to hear about jet belly. When we come back, we've got a great question about heel height and shoe type. And I want to hear more about compression hose. Everybody stay tuned. We're getting great tips from Yo on the go.
I'm setting an example for my kids.
I got me a side hustle.
I have more control of my destiny.
I need multiple streams of income.
It's hard work, but I'm working for me.
A job is cool, but I need more.
It's all about being self-employed. You're tuned into the world of Self-Employed and Rising with Art Taylor, where we bring you the amazing stories of people who are challenging the odds and following their dreams of self-employment. Learn from their successes and be inspired. Hear creative ideas for your business and find tips to take your hustle to another level.
Style takes too long. I can't fit anything. I have nothing in this closet. Oh, I'll just stay home. I need to purge my closet. Oh, but not that dress. Yo, Taylor here. If you ever thought to say one of these phrases, then this show is for you. Join me at the style table where we'll have candid and fun conversations about real women's style issues and wardrobe dilemmas. We will discuss solutions and ideas that will give you a big sigh of relief. You'll learn ways to save money, make money, and enrich the lives of others with the clothes in your closet. We're going to take the stress out of your style.
Yay! Yo, we're
Yay.
back. You've got me going so much. I'm already so excited about some of the great tips that you were talking about, and just what to do in terms of thinking in terms of my trip before I even pack my luggage. But you had started just before the break to tell us about how to show up at the airport, because for most people, it's a different day and time. So what's the deal?
Well, one of the things also in your tote bag, I would take footies for the plane too. I would throw that in your tote bag. But you want, as far as dressing, we want to, everything's rush, rush, rush. Lines, it's holiday season. Even with COVID, the lines are long to get through security. You want to dress so you can get through there effectively, efficiently, and stress-free.
Okay.
So you want to wear things that won't cause the metal detector to go off.
Okay.
And,
I agree with that.
So my go-to, especially this time of year, are booties, because you can whip them on, whip them off, whip them on, whip them off really fast. And so you can, when you're going through, even if they go off, you can flip those things off, get them on, and then you don't have to, you can almost put them on as the rest of your suitcase are coming back through the conveyor belt. So you can
Okay,
get them
that's good.
on and off quickly.
That's
All sorts of sneakers are always is easy peasy. They're not going to go off, and don't stress yourself out about going through the machine where you're
yeah.
there for 2 seconds. You're not going to.
We're not going to get sick and we're not going to die that
Yeah,
quickly.
listen, right. It's 2 seconds. You do this and it's over with. And then you don't have to take off your shoes.
I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's a great option. Now, somebody asked about heel height because obviously you want to be stylish, within reason, because it is an airport, and you mentioned we're going to meet people from around the globe. So, what about heel height?
Well, I would say low heels. Now, if you are, some women can run. I have friends who can run in 5-inch heels and make their connection. They are superstars. Back when I was first hired, it was Barbie boot camp. We all had to know how to run in high heels.
Okay,
But now I would suggest low heels. If you
lower
don't have a
heels.
now, if you don't have a connection and you're just walking through the airport, do you be fabulous? Go ahead,
Okay, I
wear those
love
high
that.
heels. Do you be fabulous? Always be fabulous in the airport, I say, because you never know who you're going to meet.
I
But
love that.
if you're going to have a connection, you need shoes that you can maneuver that airport, because you can end up, an airport like Atlanta is like the largest airport in the world, I think. That airport, you can land in E41, and you're looking at your app, and the app says, oh, well, okay, your next gate is going to be at like E20. You're like, oh, that's not bad.
Right.
Then there's like some kind of weather, or the plane is still at your gate that you're supposed to depart. Oh, we've rescheduled you. You're now going out of A1. What? And so now you've got to get from concourse E to concourse A at the end of A from the end of E.
Wait a minute. So, and how far would that be if I were in Atlanta? I mean, how far could I go?
Atlanta, oh my gosh. Well, they have a good train system, but that's pretty far. I can tell you from JFK, because I travel out of there mostly, and I know from walking from the ticket counter from JFK all the way to gate 36, where I would have to start my trip, it was a mile.
Okay, wait a minute. So I do want to be cute, but I'm just thinking, and I got to navigate a mile. And you're right, things don't always go the way we think. If they told us where we're gonna, but sometimes when we land, the flight attendants will say, "We've got some updates on your flight," and then that's when we get the bad news that we're gonna now have to trudge. So keep going.
So you're trudging. So, and with that in mind, you also, again, I mean, you want to be cute. You don't have to be all dressed up. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's not a cocktail party. It's the airport. And during the holidays, everybody's casual. All of the people that you would want to network with, are everybody's dressed casual, but you can still be cute. I mean, there's no reason, to not take advantage of the networking opportunities you
I
have.
love the thought of
You're going to meet, you have the whole world to network with. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that?
no, that's a good point. But everybody always says, "Well, everybody I would want to meet is in first class or business." Is that really true?
No, it's been my personal experience that a lot of CEOs or presidents of companies will sit in the back to allow their top performers to have that upgrade. So they're the ones sitting in
Wow.
first class. And usually the ones sitting in first class are the ones who travel so much for the company, because the CEO is at home.
Oh, I love it.
He's traveling with his family during the holidays.
So I literally could be sitting next to the CEO of a company that I want to get in with, but I'm thinking that he's in first class, but really he put his top performer there and he's sitting next to me, or
Yeah,
she's sitting next to
that
me.
happens a lot. That happens a lot. There are a lot of they're not all the evil CEOs.
Well,
They're
of
a lot of
course
it, they're
not.
nice guys and women.
And
Lots
gals,
of
frankly.
not lots of nice women. I have, and when you think about networking opportunities, you want to look like it. And I know everybody, I have to say, listen, everybody dress however you want, but if you're in just from a strategic standpoint of making your connection, if you have on pajamas, you've taken all your bedding, you got the pillow, the blanket. And it's so funny because most people are only on the plane for an hour and 40 minutes. You don't have time to sleep.
Okay.
So why do you have your whole bedding set with you? And then you have these slides. I know everybody likes wearing these slippers with the little fur on them, with your pajama outfit on and your pillow and your blanket. You ride through the airport. You're not making that connection. Don't even ask the flight attendants if you have 30 minutes and you've got all this stuff, your pillow, your blanket, your pajamas on, and your slippers, and you're trying to run through, you're not gonna make it.
Oh
The
my
person
God.
who
Well, I
is
love
gonna
that.
make it is the person who's in their cute athletic gear.
Well, that's a good recommendation because I was going to ask you if I may not want to wear my PJs and my fuzzy slippers, which I
Right.
probably don't want them getting on those germy surfaces anyway, then what am I going to wear to look wonderful and comfortable and go from if I'm traveling from a cold climate to a warm climate? I mean, how do I make that look without, I need to wear my parka here, my puffer coat, but maybe when I land in that okay, so what's that? I'm loving what you have on. What
So
is it?
this is just a little ski vest. It's really cute. It's comfortable. But the great thing about it is it'll fold up and it'll roll right into my carry-on tote bag. So when I come
Love
back, so when I get there, I can fold it up, take off you can put your outfit on that you have in your tote bag and walk right off the plane.
I love
Well,
that.
not off the plane. Don't change until you get to the airport. But when you get through customs, you're ready. Wherever you're going that's warm, take these clothes off, put your cute little outfit on, and walk right out.
I love that. I
Or
love
if
the
you
idea.
layer, which I'm big on layering, like underneath here, I have a thin sweater. I could wear, if I don't want to wear the ski vest, layer cardigans. You don't need a blanket. Just take a wrap. Just take a cute wrap or a cardigan, something to keep you warm on the plane because the flight attendants, they don't have plane with COVID, nobody's giving you a blanket.
No,
So
nobody, I
wear
noticed that.
sweaters, wear wraps, layer, layer, layer. If you don't wear a thin sweater and you want to wear a chunky sweater and you don't want to take a wrap, take that chunky sweater off. You have your t-shirt underneath, grab your flats, and you have your leggings, flats, and a t-shirt on. You're ready to run right out into the warm weather, and vice versa. If you're going back to someplace cold, I would actually, but I'm crazy like this. I would put a pair of flats in my bag. So when I land from that warm climate and I'm coming back in the cold climate, I'm putting on my little flats.
I love it. I think
And
that's fantastic.
yeah, I'm putting on my little flats where my feet are covered and I'm throwing on, I have all my layers. I have all that. I could throw that on. I'm warm on the plane because I don't care where you're going. The plane is always cold, y'all. You
I'm
need
so glad you said that. It is
the plane
always
is always cold. So you need the layer anyway because the plane is cold. You're not getting a blanket from the flight attendant. Why take all that bedding with you and miss your connection?
No, I love that. So this is some great strategy. I mean, the tips you're giving, I love as a wardrobe strategist, you're trying to tell us how to use our wardrobe effectively. But now you've really helped me think about a different way of traveling, about the luggage I'm going to use. And another thing I noticed recently, having to set up a conference and travel to a warm climate to a resort, they let us know that they're now they spray disinfect all the luggage before they bring it into their resort. So I'm so
Mm.
glad you suggested having that plastic cover because that's really going to be cool. And we're down to our last 45 seconds. So how can people get in touch with you to get more of these great tips and more information and to be able to hire you as the fabulous strategist you are?
Check me out at thestyletable.com. You can also find me on at the Style Table on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn.
Okay, I love that. And so just to recap, thinking about it, be wise before we even start packing. We're going to pack smartly. We're
Right?
going to pack as though there's an emergency. So even though we don't want, our carry-on, even though we think we're going to carry it on, it may wind up someone else. So be ready for that. Dress comfortably, but dress to look like we want a conversation
Right.
because it's a networking opportunity on a global scale. And we're going to be smart. And thank you, Yo on the Go. You have told us all. Everybody be safe and tune in to Yo next week. Thank you.
Bye. Happy travels.